There we go. Let's see. Oops. No, don't do that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, lots of thoughts. A few different things to talk about. A few different things to show. I did a whole bunch of supports, the rank C supports, but there were a couple that were really interesting. So, specifically, it was Edelgard and Hubert. So we'll go ahead and we'll play that one.
Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service,
this is fascinating.
You might have had a more peaceful...
A more tedious path. Inconsequential and spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles.
Oh shit.
Never.
I need more water.
My duty to you is no mere obligation.
I'll slip off and grab that.
I had thought that.
But listen to this madness.
I understand you well. Better than anyone. But when I see you at the monastery, studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me. That's all.
Such a life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. But I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery.
I feel the same way.
That enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me.
I see. Then I won't speak of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side. The path I must
much
walk
better
is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life. And the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger. Those stains can never be washed clean.
Please leave the violence to me. A leader must be seen as pure, above the fray. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies. I will do it gladly.
I think pretty much anyone that overheard that conversation would be like, okay now. So there's a couple other interesting conversations with Hubert. He is just piss and vinegar all the time. Jeez. He may have the only support with Bernadetta that I've ever actually liked. Seriously. Every support with Bernadetta, I'm like, ugh. But his one with her was actually kind of fun, but we'll just ignore that. He has a support with Cynthia, which is interesting. She also has a support with, she's also, okay, maybe, hold on. Yeah, okay, let me see, right. Edelgard has a support with Cynthia. I haven't seen those yet, but I'm interested. Okay, yeah, he doesn't. Okay. Lindhard does, but I'm probably going to throw Lindhard out anyway. But, Cynthia has some ties to this house, which is interesting. I was actually looking at their supports and seeing who went with who and all that. There's some stuff in here. Anyway, I know she had another good one somewhere. There were just a couple of good ones in there. Was it Petra? Petra was kind of okay. She's the only one he seems to respect. Dorothea's and Hubert's was interesting, actually. She seems to think that Hubert is completely love-struck with Edelgard. Yeah, we're just gonna roll on here. Okay. So, not quite up to the next big battle just yet. But two things to point out. So, In case you were wondering how I got that absolutely absurd level of stat boosting items, you can pick up one from each of the battles, so potentially 3, whereas you could have only gotten 1 from gardening, which is ridiculous. Of course, without exploring, you can't bring up the student's motivation, which makes which means you lose out massively on the skill points. So, trade-offs. Anyway, we're ready to do a round of certifications. Unfortunately, Edelgard does not yet qualify for Pegasus Knight, which is very unfortunate. She has no training with bows. I really need to get her the plus 20 accuracy. She needs it. And I would love to put her in these colorful clothes, but I think she's gonna go... Actually, it's a tough call. Armored Knight seems kind of like a natural for her. It would give her a nice plus 3 defense, which would be a huge boon. But on the other hand, if I make her a brigand and she actually masters the class, she gets Death Blow, which is pretty nice. I think I'm going to take the defense for now. But we'll definitely have to make her a brigand later. This is just too utilitarian. That'll help out just in general. So, Lindhart! Oh wait, you've already gotten yourself situated. Never mind, not Lindhart. Bernadetta! She, however, is ready to be either my choice of Pegasus Knight or Archer. Both great choices. She'll want to master both. Darting Blow, plus 20 accuracy. If I can get her in Brigand later, there'll be that strength boost. But I think we're going the Pegasus Knight route. Every single person who could be a Pegasus Knight is training to be a Pegasus Knight.
I passed.
Ooh, she feels luckier. Oh yeah, it's going to be a huge problem getting the logistics of battalions and all that. Well, now you would much rather be a mage, wouldn't you? Problem with that is that you get fire, which you have absolutely no use for, whereas this would give you, well, your healing would heal harder. Why would you ever choose mage over priest? Actually, I think mage has a better mastery skill. Yeah, that's a good reason, I guess.
I passed.
Boy, everyone's gaining that 1 point of luck today. Alright, and that'll be that. So we still have a few people who need to reach level 10. Quite a few people. But for now, everyone's at least picked up. Everyone I can has at least gotten something. So we've got 2 Pegasus Knights, 2 priests, and a heavy knight. Okay. We can do better. So we're just gonna go ahead and slap down 3 quick fights, and then we'll be ready for the next big one. Pretty much our sole goal here is to get everybody to level 10 if we can manage it, and I think we can. Beyond that, it doesn't really matter what happens in these, as long as the low-level characters can certify. Oh, man. Unfortunately, Edelgard, I can't even buy her the skills she needs for certification. We're going to have to actually look closely at certification requirements, and we're going to start, for the characters who can, buying their way into certain classes. Really, that's a level 20 thing. It's level 20 for intermediate, right? I think it is. Or advanced, I mean. Anyway, whatever. Those are where all the stat points are. You'd think they'd all be in the master classes, but, you know, it's too late game. Alright. So, I need to make a couple small corrections in our items. First, you've managed to wear out yet another item, so I bought some spares. Okay, let's see. guess I'm just gonna give you a... Oh, you've already got a training X. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes! Hubert! Actually, for when you run out of spells, should that misfortune ever befall you again, he has the, whatever it's called, the Ice Lance move. So he can just use a lance to do magic damage. So, he can do that. Don't know that it's good for anything, but he can do it. Let's see, she wore out a bow. Okay. But she's a Pegasus Knight now. I'm gonna give her a steel lance. She can keep her bow though. That can still come in handy sometimes. Okay, he broke his gauntlets. So I'm gonna give him training gauntlets and iron gauntlets. Okay, and we're good to go. Yes, indeed. Okay. Oh, right. One last thing I'm going to want to do. Okay, right. What's going on? Oh, well, whatever. Battalions. Bernadetta. You're gonna have to equip something that has wings. It's unfortunate. Massively restrictive, but... +4 damage. That'll probably be good enough. And the 5 avoid. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and just fight these out. Rout the enemy. Okay.
I am Ferdinand
Ferdinand.
Sure
Yuri.
thing.
Petra.
I will get the victory.
Especially Petra. She'll be a Pegasus Knight, sure. And you two. Alright. This will be quick. Oh yeah, he also seals speed because of his armor talent. How being good at heavy armor translates to sealing people's speed when you hit them with an axe, I'll never know. But that's what he does, so we'll just accept it. Let's see. You can tell I've sped things up so these fights will be quick.
As you wish.
Let me at him.
Whoa there. Excellent. Oh, he missed. He's starting to hit hard enough. He could actually kill things.
Oh, no.
Alright, let's see. Well. Perhaps you just want to hang back and play it safe. Yeah, you should just hold back.
Stay focused.
She's gonna go forward and wreck their shit up north. Level 9. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with him.
I will
just
prevail.
yet. You really need lances and flying. I may switch a few things around to make that easier.
That's my cue.
I don't know things are gonna go. I may have overextended myself. They've got a lot of people all trying to dogpile Petra. I'm trying to rush this fight. That may be inadvisable. It may end up taking longer because I put myself in risky positions.
No use.
Man, did she just do nothing? I might have to do. She's fast and nimble, but she doesn't have the strength to back it up. I may have to do something about that. All right. The XP you get from these fights is so terrible. It's like, no, we just want to be level 10. Come on, this shouldn't be hard. Heavy armored guy just dodged you? That's embarrassing. Okay, there we go. No, save that for somebody who needs it. Awesome. Alright, another one who's at level 9. Probably better just to keep our guys healed. Okay. Excellent. Hey, their level ups have just been total crap all game. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Alright. When I get one more level in bows, I'm gonna stop training it.
I can fight through anything.
I really need to get Hubert a healing spell of any kind. Such a huge drawback not having that. Alright. Hubert's now level 10. Perfect. Unlike the other two, he will not be capable of becoming a priest, though. Excellent. So, everyone's at least level 9 now. Huge progress. I'll just have her take that. Oh wait, except for this kid. Whoops. Oh well. We'll fix that momentarily. Hey there, Buster! Meanwhile, she just murderates everything up north. Oof. She's getting there. The bow skill is growing. Okay, let's see.
Caution is needed.
No, we're gonna pull just out of reach. This will give us a turn to regroup.
I am Ferdinand von Iron.
And, very importantly, to heal. I hadn't meant to heal her. You were supposed to heal her. Well, no matter. Okie dokes. Alright, and the first of the short garbage battles comes to an end. It's not quite accomplishing all of our goals just yet, but we're getting there.
I will get the victory.
Actually close. Bernadette's getting used to her new role. She's not very good at it yet, but she will be, given time.
Hope this is good for some.
No, it doesn't matter. Let's see. No. What we need is... You're the one who most needs experience. So, of course, you don't get any. Fine. Let's see. Give Ferdinand a swing. You're unable to reach. There we go. Ah, healing focus. Very useful. Very useful indeed. I would train everyone in fists just to get them healing focus, but we're too stretched with axes and armor and faith and everything else that everyone needs. But healing focus is really, really good. Okay. Round 2. Now, this is one of my big complaints about this game, specifically the random battles. They should have never allowed you to do 3 of them at once. I know they had too many paralogs, and you kind of had to, but, we're actually getting a different thing this time. Usually, I'll go into this, and it'll give me the same map 3 times in a row. This time, we actually got a different map, which is nice. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get Casper in there. Okay, now this map is one where you have to go in 2 different directions. So, I'm gonna put her on this side. She's gonna finally finish getting 1 more rank in bows, I guess.
Oh no.
I will prevail.
I'll just put something heavy in front.
Sure thing. Battle.
Okay.
I will get the victory.
Put me
I
in
really
there.
think this kid's the worst of my crew right now, but maybe he'll surprise me.
Ferdinand von
Maybe
Heine.
he'll get a whole lot better with a little more training. Hello there. I have not been playing Trimps. Unfortunately, I shelved that one. I enjoyed it quite a bit at first, and there were some times, especially when the tower first appeared. There's like idle games. Let me put an idle game in your idle game. I loved the tower when you could first build it, but I wanted to branch out and try other idle games, and that one finally I dropped that one. I have heard that they've continued adding to the game since I stopped, so... But then again, there's a couple of older games I might go back to that have had stuff added to them as well, so... Haven't gone back to any of my previous ones yet. Yeah, sorry. I just need to figure out how to clone myself. Or maybe after I retire from my regular job, who knows? That's a long way off. A long, long way off. I need my day job.
Perhaps.
Ooh, what's this? He learned Banshee. But will he learn Dark Spikes? Dorothea, finish that thing off. By the way, I'm still experimenting with it, to whom it may concern, because I know some of the people who watch me have their own YouTube channels. Minds.com, you can upload videos there. That's been, you know, a thing for quite some time. They have just added a new feature. You have to get into canary mode. Basically, you have to be experimenting with features that aren't generally released yet, but it's not that hard to get to do. They have a YouTube migrator. I've been playing around with it, and it is functional. Every time I stream or post a video to YouTube, it's also posted to Minds, and I can take videos that I've posted on YouTube and put them on Minds just straight off. Like, Minds, no bandwidth on my part. Minds just reaches over into YouTube and pulls the video and puts it on their site. So I'm able to back up videos. Unfortunately, it's limited to 1 per day. They promise a select all button, at which point I'll be able to back up my entire channel. I would like that, but at the moment that doesn't exist. It's just, you know, you can do 1 at a time, and it's mirroring every single video that I stream on YouTube. I mention this because it's a good way to back up your videos. And if anybody ever figures out how to actually get a view on Minds, let me know, because yeah. I've tried posting videos there periodically in the past. I do not know how to get people to find your videos and watch you on Minds. Oh, you can spend a token or whatever and get like 1,000 impressions. But let me tell you, you think that views on YouTube don't have a lot of meaning? You should see impressions. That's like an order of magnitude less than a view. It's like, I have 1,000 impressions. I wonder if 3 people watched the video out of that. And you have no way of knowing if any people watched it or not. So, I think it's just because the people who go to Minds.com aren't interested in necessarily my kind of content. I don't think, I think they're more into like political discussion and science and stuff like that on that website, that social network. Not so much Let's Plays or even reviews of games. I don't think people go to that website to look for those things. I think they go to YouTube when they just want entertainment. But that's just my thoughts. If I ever figure out how to use the site properly, I'll let everyone know immediately. I'll be like, holy shit, there we go, guys. Finally, a YouTube alternative. But at the moment, it's just a good place to back your shit up. So if you have anything you want to back up in case one day YouTube deletes all of your work, or makes your channel just disappear, hey, it happens to people. I even know a guy whose channel vanished one day. He did get it back, but it's like, it happens. I've been looking for years for a good way to back all my stuff up. So, I don't know. I might make a formal video about it when you can push a button and back the entire channel up. But yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there to whom it may concern. Well, guess you better use the training lance. You're not strong enough to wield the steel one yet. Even on these garbage battles, I find myself being way more cautious than I was on my previous playthroughs. As you can see, it's really hard to get those last to get to level 10 here. The XP given is just awful. It's like the worst of both worlds. It's dangerous and bad XP. Let's take a risk. I think she can take an arrow. I think she can. Almost. Alright, he's almost level 9. Oh boy. I think you'd better soften this guy up. Almost. Alright. With that... No, one more. We have one more person who's still level 8.
That was nothing.
I don't think I've gotten a single character to level 10 in this or the last battle. You know, yeah, it's more like whatever you don't want the internet to remember, that's what it's going to remember. There's a lot of lost media. Actually, it's crazy. I've talked about this before, but even major companies like the BBC or Disney manage to have lost media. Even stuff made up as recently as the 80s by Disney has been lost forever. Nobody has it. As crazy as that sounds, shit happens. And, yeah. Even the internet forgets things. The internet will remember all the things you don't want it to remember, to crop up at the most inconvenient times, especially if you decide to go into Hollywood or television. Then the internet is just waiting to wreck your shit. But, I wouldn't rely on it to remember the important stuff.
Appreciate it.
Even the Wayback Machine. I think the Wayback Machine, as far as I know, it's only got one set of servers. It's only backed up once, to my knowledge. In some... I think the Wayback Machine is actually run by a church. There's a church somewhere that feels like information should never be lost or something like that, and they made the Wayback Machine. I think they've been sued a couple of times by people trying to make stuff, you know, that didn't want their stuff in the Wayback Machine. Like, no, we removed this, it must be gone forever. I have no idea if they actually took stuff off or not. Of course, this could all be hearsay. It's not like I ever researched it myself. So, you know. I'm just speaking off the cuff here. The opinions of Hadrix could be wrong about everything. Don't rely on him as a source of information. He's just some guy sitting around playing video games after all. Yeah, that's just stuff I've heard. That's stuff I've heard. I hear a lot of things. Usually when I look into them, they tend to be, well, I don't share the stuff from things I consider to be extremely unreliable. Let's put it that way. Alright, let me see. Do we have everything we need? Alright. We have one fight left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who need to reach level 10. Oh, actually, I don't give a shit about Anna. I really want to like Anna. And I do feel like in many ways she adds to the game. But doggone it. She doesn't have a single support, and it makes I just can't use you, woman. Seriously, that's just too much. Alright. Alright.
Stay focused.
Oh no.
Put me in there.
Alright. Level 9.
Sure thing.
Level 9.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
9.
I will get the victory.
And then these 2 level 9s. We'll deal with the ones crossing the bridge. There you go. A lot of people act like Wikipedia is extremely unreliable, but actually I think Wikipedia is fairly reliable most of the time.
Let me at him.
Or to put it another way, Wikipedia is probably more reliable than the encyclopedias that your grandfather bought and have been sitting on a shelf all this time. I actually have a couple sets of encyclopedias, and I find the old ones to be really interesting. The old encyclopedias are filled with all kinds of information that newer encyclopedias decided not to include. You know, if you want to know how gunpowder is made, for example, you pull out the old ones, and they're just like, oh yeah, sure, here's how you do it. It's like, oh, you just wrote this down for anybody to just pick up and read, did you?
Thank you.
And newer encyclopedias are like, oh no, we can't contain such forbidden knowledge. I mean, probably anybody who took chemistry could do as much, but no, we can't have these be in the encyclopedia. But no, old encyclopedias are fun. And that may be the nerdiest thing I've ever said. Oh, crap. You really... Alright, well, I guess you're going to be swinging a sword. Not good at it, though. Alright, here's what we can do. No. She needs the experience. This is a bit risky, but... pull out another training lance. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use a gambit so I don't get punched back. 1 XP short, come on! Alright, well, he's finished at least. Alright. Casper has a way to grow. 133. I don't think he's going to make it. Close.
People.
Alright.
Not quite.
Honestly, with how bad our level ups have been, anybody who manages to at least gain a point of magic or strength, depending on their class, is probably doing good enough.
I think I'm improved.
The printing is really small. Yeah. Yep, that's very true. Actually, if you want to see really small, fine printing with really thin pages, oh yeah. You know what? Go ahead. If you find the really small, like old pocket Bibles, there you'll find the tiniest little print. The tiniest little print. And incredibly thin pages.
I will prevail.
I guess I'll just put you there. I don't know quite how this is gonna go. I think I've been a little bit too aggressive. Ooh, this is... Okay. Yeah, see, that's the problem right there. Yep. Yep, that's completely unacceptable. Alright, we're actually gonna have to use some time travel. Problem is, we've got people moving in from two sides. Alright. There's just too many of them.
Let me at him.
I will get the victory. Stay focused.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do instead.
I am
Backing
Ferdinand
up.
von Iron. Battle. Sure thing.
Back.
That's my cue.
Put me in there.
How is it that you think you can attack over there? You have pass. Ugh. Maddening mode has given them maddening abilities.
Oh no.
I've seen speaking of books and magically holding things together, I've seen very little of Mythbusters. I've known people who were crazy about the show, but I didn't have television and didn't really see hardly any of it. But one of the few I did see is the one with phone books. You ever see that one? It's amazing. They show a bunch of weird different myths about phone books, and pretty much all of them are true. But the crazy one is, if you interleave the pages of two phone books, you can't pull them apart.
Hard.
So they do it. They spend however long, ridiculously long it takes doing it, and then they try to pull the phone books apart. And they can't! So then they do, they like attach weights to it, more and more weights, seeing how much it would take to pull them apart. That doesn't work. So then they get cars, and they have two cars to pull them apart. And that doesn't work. So, I don't know how in the hell they do it, but they get a tank. An actual, honest-to-God tank. And of course the tank can do it. I mean, it's a tank. You know what kind of weight and traction that thing has? Yeah. That one episode, I don't know if the rest of their episodes are any good, but that one is worth watching. That one, your just jaw drops as you're just like, no, that's impossible. Yeah. Let's see, do you have pass? No, good. None of you guys are gonna slip past and stab me in the butt, right? Alright, Petra did it.
Caution is
She's in the
needed.
level 10 club. Balthus made it. He's in the level 10 club. So that pretty much just leaves Ferdinand, Yuri, and Caspar, who have to gain levels still. Okay, good, good, good.
Give up.
Alright, deal with everything on this side, please. I'm just gonna deal with it like that. Alright. Too cavalier about this. Ooh. They always have poison. I wish my archers had poison. Let's consider. Alright, go ahead. Level 10. Alright. Only 2 people left.
I'd rather retreat.
That has to die. Oh, you're gonna be one of the ones who slips through. Man, being a fortress knight is awesome. Okay. That could still be a problem.
I will get the victory.
Alright. Troublesome. Ah, flipping a coin. I don't like it. Alright, we should be okay. So we've got one person, I think, who still needs to become level 10. Right? Or is it still 2? Vandal Hearts. I own it, but I haven't played it. Ah, I picked that one up around the same time I got a hold of Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story is awesome. If weird.
Still raring to go.
Please. Alright, that's it. One person still needs to be level 10.
Pretty good.
Just one. Just one left. Ooh, I'll just slip over here. Alright. Now, he just broke his sword. I don't think he has anything else to wield. That could be an issue. I'll just have to have someone trade him a sword. Do I have anybody who uses a sword? I do not. Oh, she happens to be holding one. Here, please take this. Back up. Alright, I think we've actually completely accomplished our goals here. If we can get this one last guy to level 10, this will have been a perfect success. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to want to soften him. So Yuri here can just finish the job. Or not. So there'll be another shot. You should actually be killing things when you do that. So Vagrant Story is interesting. The combat system... How do I put this? The combat system is kind of garbage. Like, it looks cool, but it
Perhaps
doesn't actually play as good as it probably should. But everything else about the game is just awesome. If you're into old PS1 games, hell yeah, Vagrant Story is fun stuff. Sooner or later, I'll pull it out and do a Let's Play of it. Oops, doggone stupid. Get back up there. Mouse. Alright. 2 hit points. Why 2 hit points? You know what? Who cares? You know a Wrath Strike. Do that. We're done. Perfect success.
Not bad.
Yeah. Look, mouse, why? Oh, you got tangled up in my controller line. That's why you keep wanting to dive on the floor. Well, that's incredibly stupid. Don't do that. It's distracting and obnoxious. Ooh, he's 2 points away from getting another axe level. Well, I still haven't played Vandal Hearts, so I still don't know how that one works. It's a strategy RPG, right?
My thank you so much. I am grateful. I have gratitude.
Alright.
Thanks so much.
So, time for the big battle. What we were really here for. But first, let's host a tea party. I don't know. Where's the one that's poisonous? I don't see a backstabbing tea. Knocklat's pretty cool. I have no idea what kind of tea he'd like, though.
I ran as fast as I could. Thanks.
I always have that reaction when they first touch the tea, like it's too hot. I wonder if every single person here manages to burn their tongue on it.
Right.
Haha! Yeah, I know you pretty well.
Oh.
Not sure this time.
Wow. Do you really have time for this? I know how
And
busy
I always
you
get
are.
these kind of questions wrong. Because they're not questions and I don't know what to say. There. Oh, I actually did a perfect tea time. Holy shit, that doesn't happen often. Well, I mean, I got one wrong, but we have intuition
I'm
now.
afraid I've stayed too...
And I didn't get a single point of charm. Claude gained charm, which would matter if I was playing Golden Deer. But I'm not. So that was a complete and total utter waste of my time. Oh well, let's do some certifications. Well, let's see. So, Hubert. This one's fairly simple. We'll actually have a shot at getting a dark seal, so we could actually make a dark mage after this mission. Great, actually the Death Knight's gonna be here. Maybe that's a really, really, really bad thing.
I've packed.
Okay, well, let me see. Ferdy, you are actually bad at everything. Well, that's not good. Honestly, you could make an argument for any of these. Am I pushing you towards Great Knight, perhaps? Cavalier might be the best choice, but you know what? Brigand giving him strength is good for anything, including if he goes towards Wyvern Lord eventually. We'll try it. Slightly better than flipping a coin. Oh, hey, we actually got it. Congratulations, you're a nobleman and a brigand. Alright, what else we got here? Casper is ready to become either... We'll just make him a brawler. It's what he'd want. Hey, stat points.
Oh yeah, nailed it.
I always find it terrible when your stat is so low that you get an off stat point like that. Look, he became more magical. It's like, how? He just learned how to wrestle. Pegasus Knight. Everyone's going Pegasus Knights. I should recruit Ingrid. She's good for that, right?
I have success.
Some games where you're locked into a single story are pretty awesome. I like Cardia a lot. Eh. It's as good as anything. And another brawler. Honestly, these guys are almost certainly going to get thrown out. Not that I don't like brawlers. I really like the fist weapon, but...
Was there ever?
Okay. There we go. So Anna's the only person who doesn't qualify for anything, but that's okay, because she'll be the first one I ditch. We're going to start doing a recruitment drive soon, I think. I think it's time we start getting in new blood. I'm seriously thinking about just getting more Pegasus Knights. Let's review. These three at the bottom, I'm going to almost certainly boot all of them. Dorothea is a spellcaster. She'll never want to be a good Pegasus Knight. But just having healing is really good. Lindhart, almost certain to be thrown out. Hubert, I don't know. I want to see a little bit more of his magic. Casper is almost certainly going to go. So that leaves Ferdinand as the only person. Ferdinand and Dorothea are the only two. Although Dorothea could I could definitely make her a dark flyer later. So she could be airborne as well. And I could make Ferdinand a river knight. I could go all flying. I really might try it. But the thing is, it's like, it's interesting. I feel like the flying classes tend to be weaker than the ground-bound ones. But if your entire army was flying, like the whole thing, you could just be like, screw terrain. Like, literally, any mission where the terrain is an issue, it's not an issue. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's wise. I kind of feel like it's definitely not wise. But whatever. More supports. Oh, really? He's already gotten as far as he can with Casper? Alright, we'll watch this, and then we'll do the battle.
You were rather quiet in the last battle, Caspar. Not a single war cry to be heard. It was almost as if you weren't even there.
I did it just for you, Hubert. Isn't that what you wanted? Weren't you the one who said my shouting would cause problems?
Yes, I was. And at the time, you seemed intent on ignoring my advice.
Well, that was then. Recently, my behavior caused trouble, just like you said it would. I was shouting the other day and some enemies heard. I pretty much gave our position away and left us open to attack. I mean, it turned out fine in the end, but someone could have died if things had played out differently. Anyway, I did some self-reflecting and realized that I probably shouldn't shout so much. A decision that I'm proud to say I came to all on my own.
All on your own, huh? It was a bad decision. Being too quiet on the battlefield is extremely dangerous.
I'm sorry, what? That's the exact opposite of what you said before.
Having seen you fight in silence, I have no choice but to accept the truth that your shouting is vital.
What in the world are you talking about?
We've all grown used to the way you fight. Your battle cries help morale, and your instructions rise above the din of battle. I would go so far as to say that the soldiers under your command would be lost without the guidance of your booming voice.
I really don't get you, Hubert.
You inspire people. The benefits of your shouting outweigh the risks. Something wrong?
This is the nicest Hubert has ever been to anyone.
If you want me to shout, then I'm not even gonna think about it. I knew you'd...
Don't get too excited. You'll be ambushed again.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to fight some guys while shouting.
That might have been the wrong approach. Ah, well. No cure for stupidity. I suppose I'll just have to rein him in myself.
That is the friendliest he has ever been with anyone who's not Edelgard. Alright, anyway. And we definitely don't want to watch another Bernadetta support, because she has all the worst. Alright, here we go. Actually, I don't think I've ever shown a Bernadetta support. But they're all obnoxious. Some supports are really fun to watch, but man... Others, not so much.
The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. Are we going to move forward with our plan?
I believe so. How confident are you in our theory, Professor?
No one's intuition is perfect. It's ridiculous not to have doubts.
All that matters is how our enemy makes their move, not how our teacher feels about the plan.
You seem a mite too relaxed for my liking. The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. While we are in the goddess tower, we are relying on you to secure the locations that are lacking in defense.
May I let you in on something, Professor? My brother can be a bit... callous. He told me that he was concerned about you, and hinted that perhaps you would be better off patrolling a coffin.
That was said in jest, Flane, and in confidence. Please just remain by my side and do not cause any more trouble. As a professor, you would do well to
Edelgard
remember
has
that
to
it
have
is
been
your
in
duty
on
to guide
all
your
of this.
students down the path of righteousness.
Please excuse us, everyone.
So I'm watching her
We shall see you again
closely
after
right
the ceremony
now.
has concluded.
And the thing is, she would have had to have been in on
The
all of
coffin.
this, right?
How fascinating.
But then on...
Hurry, Professor. We must find a place to hide where we can guard the stairs.
That would mean she's responsible for the note that Lord Leonardo had, which would mean she put Lord Leonardo and just.
If the enemy moves as predicted, we should be able to cut off their escape path and capture every last one of them.
There's no way around it.
I am ever so grateful.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Would Flane stay with me if I found myself working with... I don't even know. Alright, let's go ahead, replenish ourselves. Alright. We're still short one person. So that we don't have all of our adjutants. I'm gonna go ahead and shelve Yuri. Alright. You get to have Yuri, I guess. You get to have Anna for now. Okay, so Petra's now an additional flyer. They're just the battalions are in really short supply for flyers. I guess you'll just have to use these. Hey, you know, 4 attack, 5 avoid. It's not bad. It's not really anything special either. But what can you do? Alright. And by mastering Pegasus Knight, we'll get a nice speed. We'll get Darting Blow, which is great. Alright, let me consider. Alright. Some random mage who manages to have Miasma Heartseeker and cannot be silenced. Not that we have silence, but, you know, if we did, he couldn't be silenced. Wait, was that Seal Defense? No, it's just resist +2. Well, okay, well, no big deal there. Okay, okay, 2 chests, a few small prizes here and there, and the Death Knight. Hi, buddy. 37 attack, 122 to hit, 43 crit. Greatly reduce effects of gambits, counter attack, poison strike. He didn't have poison strike before. Lance Fair, Canto, murderous intent. Oh man, I wish I had that. And of course, the Scythe of just die. 30 crit. 30 crit on that thing. And he has been loosed. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're in a monastery. Most of the stuff here is religious, and they have the goddess tower on their thing. We actually never enter it. It's just a place that they mention exists, and we know where it is. But I don't know, maybe in one of the routes we'll get to go up there, but holy shit, man. 37? 37? He's got 19 speed. 19 speed. He'll double most of us.
We were right.
I'm gonna
Unwanted
make an
guests have come
attempt.
to visit.
Those Central Church dastards have spotted us. Buy me some time. I'll open the seal on
Dastards.
the casket.
I'm on it.
Never heard that word anywhere else. Dastards.
Our enemy appears to be after the tomb of Saint Saros in the back. Are they attempting to steal her bones? It would be best to defeat them before they achieve their aim. Look closely. They're
Blah, blah, blah.
We must pay.
Only 2 points of defense would make that big of a difference here. The 40 avoid might. His accuracy is outrageous. Alright. 16 defense. And 39 hit points.
I will prevail.
Oh no.
I can move here without the Death Knight doing anything. But I can't hit hard enough to make it worthwhile. A Steel Lance would be a little bit better. Oh, with Night Kneeler. Tempest Lance. Oh, right, we should turn all the animations and stuff back on.
I think
We're in a big battle after all. Oh, wow, that messed your strength right up, it did. Okay.
stay focused.
Still out of distance from him, right?
As you wish.
I have to eliminate this threat.
As expected.
Everyone get into
I am
position.
Ferdinand von Eyre.
We have one singular goal
Let me at him.
that we need to bend everything to, and that is slay
Put me in there.
the Death Knight. I don't think I can do it,
That's my cue. I will get
but
the
we
victory.
will try.
Death Knight, prove your strength and scatter these fools.
I don't take commands or waste my time on weaklings.
That knight is a powerful enemy. Let's do all we can to avoid him.
Now. Alright. I really don't think this is gonna work.
Winning's always nice. That really helped.
Retribution Gambit, but that's not going to do any good. I wish I had some rally skills right now. I don't think she's going to survive this. But we're going to give it a shot!
There's no way around it. I accept your challenge.
This will be fun.
Daggone it, of course. She would survive it if it wasn't a
To
crit.
be left behind.
It was a 39% chance.
I told you that if you fled, I would not chase you. But it seems you wish to die.
If it wasn't a crit, we would have survived. Oh boy. But that's only half of it. I have no way to get close enough to strike him another way.
Wow.
25-turn limit.
I will get the victory.
Victory.
That's my cue.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Stay focused.
We pass a turn. It's not a
I will
crit.
prevail.
We'll be okay. Interesting. I wonder why you prefer to target somebody with more hit points and more defense.
As you wish.
Alright.
There's no.
Is it still a crit? It is not a crit! She survives with that one hit point? Oh, and the poison.
I told you that if you fled,
Oh boy. But he's been damaged. You see that? Music is going crazy. Me, Mercedes. Chance again. But I could hurt him. But there's a 31% chance. Wish I could debuff him. We're gonna have to take the shot. We're gonna use a steel bow.
like moths to a flame.
Doggone it!
Forgive
I
me,
hate this
everyone.
guy. His crit chance is just ridiculous.
Oh no.
No, you can't do that.
I will get the victory.
This is a pretty bad position for you to be in. Does that change it so it's not a crit?
Stay focused.
Does it? I have Tempest Strike. Tempest Lance. Ooh, I could bring him down to 4 hit points. Pull Petra back. I can do this. 4 damage.
Unexpected.
You require aid?
Gotcha. Alright.
Stay
We
focused.
spent a lot of our time manipulation here. But it's worth it.
I didn't expect to encounter someone like you. How fortunate.
Practice yields results.
We got the Dark Seal! Ha ha ha! Oh, yeah. We still have more than 20 turns to complete this. There are 2 chests that we want. She can open 1.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
An archer? That's fine. He can take an arrow. I'm gonna get him a chest key so he can do the other, although I think the enemies here will drop chest keys. Alright, the rest of this mission should go smoothly.
As you wish.
We're going to advance forward, and then half of us are going to split to the left, and half of us to the right.
Let me at him.
Put me in there.
Actually, I wouldn't mind drawing this guy away right
I will
now.
get the victory.
Alright.
The reinforcements haven't arrived? If they approach from behind, we can attack them from both sides.
Thank you for reminding me. That's gonna be really shitty. Stupid poison. I've already burned too much of my rewind.
You're fresh out of luck.
Why are you making a certain hurt sound, Burn? That guy clearly stabbed the horse you were riding and not you.
Can't get ahead of myself.
I know a good
Yeah, and I reached level 10 finally. I would care about that if I cared about that.
Back to the fray.
Let's go do this. Nice. Alright, slow down. Great. Alright. Oh, Caspar actually can get
Right
something
makes might,
done.
right?
Good for him. Oh man, don't I I just have a regular training lance anywhere? That's not very good. I don't want to wear this thing out, but oh well.
Should I have held back?
Good weapon to go and break.
I will prevail.
Provide some cover to Thea. Debuffs all over the place, fly every which way in this fight. Alright.
I can fight through anything.
Fine. Just keep fighting that dude.
Only a fool challenges me.
Usually good to let this guy handle the spellcasters. It's hard to cast spells with a huge buff guy wailing on your head with a giant metal claw. Real hard not to lose your spell in those circumstances.
Thanks. It's simple.
I won't go down so easily.
Nobody's going to attack you here. It's a very good central location. You can respond in any direction. I don't want to start any more fights just yet. Then that's why.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
3 guys. I thought they were going to advance. I figured in maddening mode they'd attack the instant they appeared. I guess the game's being nice to us right now. I can't believe I don't have more training lances. This is maddening. I guess I'll use a... For now I'll just use a bow.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I'll probably be okay for now. We've still got plenty of turns left. We also need a lot of healing.
Together we
We
can't
only have
fail.
a 1 in 4 chance of connecting. Yeah, that's about what I thought. I don't know if this is enough for that side. But I think it is. She can handle that cluster. Those are all spellcasters. A heavy knight is the worst thing for that. But if we fight on the tiles that give us a 40% dodge, then maybe.
That helps. You fought well.
Good to have one person who's higher level than everyone else. Alright. You know what? I think I'm just going to engage them directly.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
This last guy. I don't think she'll actually get the benefit of that tile because she's in the air, but alright. These are from the Western Church again. It just seems so definite that Edelgard has worked to split the church. That's the thing, that's the one detail. I'm dying to know exactly what went down. This is the only path left that could explain what heresies were going on. Why they thought they were in the right.
Correct?
Oh, that's cool. You've mastered the useless skill. Congratulations.
As expected.
Okay.
This is our chance.
Yeah, she was doing that.
Let's think
They're
carefully.
doing more stuff than they're doing hard. Good thing one of them failed, or he'd be dead. Alright, they're out of Casper's reach. I need to give him a good hand axe. Fine.
We won't hold back.
Oh well. You're not going anywhere. Probably end up doing healing.
Got him!
Nope, out of range. There's a perfectly good chest over here.
Should I have held back?
And she managed to reach level 15. Just
Such
5 more and she'll be able to class change. These These are unfortunately just resistance boosting tiles.
It's good to be king.
No particular value to me. I'd really like to heal, but unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to use thunder instead. If I missed, I'd have been in trouble.
All roses have thorns.
He can't unlock anything because he can't move. So spell duel.
Let's go. I can fight through anything.
Oh. Well, those are always good to have. I can afford to wait a turn. Steal away your speed.
And I didn't even enjoy it.
It's dangerous. Think this through.
Alright. He just stood there watching this knight slowly
Now you know your
tromp
limits.
up to him.
It's a long.
As long as there's no more reinforcements, we're good. Getting a good gathering of that stuff now. And more stat boosts. Cool. Okay.
Time to take action.
She might need some rescue.
Good.
She may have gone in a little too deep here. Maybe I've been underestimating Casper.
You see that?
Maybe he has some potential.
Be mindful.
You know what? This should be fine. Don't like letting her get this low.
As
That guy's
expected.
just a medic. So...
No matter what.
we can focus on the center. The final approach. Oh, but we are in rough shape. That's okay, though. These guys are also a little bit behind, but there's only a single guy left between them. Looks to me like we're gonna have to charge in with some of our guys still wounded.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Got remarkably little left to fight with. We've been getting a lot of skills, a lot of good levels here.
I will not be stopping.
This guy's got my asthma level 16. Rather dangerous.
Here we go! No one makes it past me.
Just like that. Careful now.
You are in rough shape.
Oh no.
Think that got her attention. Okay. She really needs close counter.
As you wish.
Man, you're gonna take a lot of damage from that.
Whoa,
Didn't get strength or defense, but
it's dangerous.
alright. A touch of fire.
Hardly worth my time.
I need to heal her. Oops. So little health. Yes. Provoke him. Okay, much improved.
Don't waste it.
Rally dexterity. Interesting choice. Just always seems to take me 2 or 3 guys to bring down a single enemy these days.
You could have at least tried. This is
Pathetic. Not even magic.
Oh no. Stay focused.
Alright. Usually I let you give the mage the walloping.
You're too late. The seal will be broken any minute now.
That got hit hard.
Even stronger than I look.
It's just a good thing I have the anti-mage on hand.
Well, that blood and sweat was worth
Oh.
it. It's no use. A seal is broken. You can't. Huh? A sword.
You don't use fire, you use my asthma.
What?
just threw away a perfectly good sword. See, we never get whatever that spell is. I'd love a spell that negates the next attack. That would be great. Negate one attack? That'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't think you can really just so easily lift that thing with one hand. Look at the size of it. You're late. As usual.
You. Will do.
I really should just shelve that. No, actually, I might need it. I don't know. It's not that great, but I need every edge for maddening mode. That fight went very smoothly, though. Not like those first couple of battles that were hair-pullingly difficult.
As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel. Unlawful entry. The attempted
I don't think they attempted to assassinate her.
An attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
What? You mean that random helicopter blade that Cloud Strife just happened to have picked up somewhere along the line?
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime.
No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived.
It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse.
Been deceived by who?
May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait, please. The goddess would never forgive you for our execution.
Monster. We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this.
This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight.
Can you let me interrogate them, please? An Edelgard's just standing there observing.
That's that, I suppose. The assassination attempt, the attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It was all the Western Church.
I'll just scapegoat the Western Church. Now, seriously, what did you say to them? Come on, this is the third route. You gotta tell me what the hell this is about.
That masked knight who led the attack somehow managed to disappear without a trace.
The Church of Seros clearly isn't as unified as it would hope to appear. It seems the bishop of the Western Church was always opposed to the church being ruled centrally from Garreg Mach. Perhaps they hope to remove the Archbishop in order to
yeah, this is what you say in front of us. What are you actually thinking?
That's right. Geralt mentioned that you were raised without any exposure to the church. In order to function more efficiently, the Church of Seros is split into several smaller entities. The Central Church is the largest, and leads the organization from Garreg Mach.
The Western Church extends from Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lenato rebelled, into the far west. They can be found just beyond the most renowned stronghold of the kingdom, the fortress city of Aryan Road.
It seems the knights have been tasked with
we
subduing
never
the
actually
leaders
see
of the
that
Western
subduing.
Church.
The knights just head off and do it.
We may be given the opportunity to help them with their mission.
No, I think we just fight in the no, wait.
To think, our own professor was born in Fodlan.
Don't we run off and fight a guy who turns into a monster instead?
I never imagined explaining something so basic to an instructor of mine. You're something of a special case, are you not?
How strange that the Archbishop would ask someone like that to lead her students. There's clearly more to that decision than we know.
Lady Rhea is pretty scary sometimes. But to execute that whole group, just like that? Seems harsh, even for her.
If one of us does something bad, I wonder what she would do to us.
Professor, do you agree with the Archbishop's actions?
There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you.
Interruption. No, they were corrupting me. What are you doing? You're interrupting it.
The Archbishop lives.
And then they put this side by side as if it were happening at the same moment that that conversation was.
Not that I had ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Saros were not in a tomb. However, something else was. The Sword of the Creator.
Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found.
As expected. It would be foolish to keep both in the same
So they were
location.
expecting the sword to be there.
There's more. The professor was able to awaken the sword's true power.
No, she hasn't. That comes later.
Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
They must be allowed to keep it, for now. I do not have enough information about the professor to act.
You know, we've actually fought the King of Liberation, but we still don't know why the King of Liberation had the Crest of Flames, and then having Sothi shoved into you would also give you the Crest of Flames.
As for
Seems
your
odd.
request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Good. I believe I will enjoy this a great deal.
I cannot thank you enough. That sword, it is also
you're just
for
gonna
now.
be talking about how great the sword is, and then about the Nemesis, who doesn't even wow.
Lady Rhea,
I mean, it's possible he'll relate to this route, but I really doubt it.
Since now,
That was the Golden Deer's end boss.
There you have it.
I don't think we're even gonna see him.
And they're at the source. Yes, her good bear. I just whatever.
Okay.
Part 1. White clouds. Verdant rain moon.
Verdant rain moon.
Tower of black winds.
Of black winds.
The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant.
Yeah. So we've already made it a good way in, actually. The only bit of hand-holding left is going to be that boss monster. Where they're like, this is how monsters work. And then it should really open up and let everything just go wild. I notice the paralogs still aren't open.
I have a new. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory.
Are we going to have any connection to them? Because it was one of the guy's brothers in the last route.
The Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name.
Because he stole a spear, and it'll turn him into a monster, but we're not going to fully
Professor,
elaborate
I heard about
on
our
that.
mission for this month. A thief with a hero's relic is worrisome, but with you at our side, I'm certain we can handle him. After all, you have the Sword of the Creator. It was allegedly wielded by Nemesis, the King of Liberation. If the legends are true, you hold the power to stand against entire armies. A band of thieves
The
should be
legends are greatly exaggerated.
Even the
I
most
practically,
elite Imperial
I
forces
almost
or the
never
Knights of
use the
Saros could not
sword.
hope to defeat you.
But maybe it'll be
I'm
different
just
in this
marveling at the
route.
potential. Besides, your power does not lie solely in the Sword of the Creator. You are stronger and more terrifying than you realize.
Yeah. And so are potentially every one of my students.
Professor, when we leave the monastery, will you still think of yourself as my teacher? Never mind. I'm being thoughtless with my words.
Dun dun dun.
For now, let's just focus on the problem at hand.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you, specifically that you are able to awake. I had, eventually, in other words, after this. However, a crest, the crest.
Yeah.
You're a there can.
You people worry too much about crests. They did imply that the nobility, that twice now that Edelgard wants to destroy the nobility, which I think is interesting. All right, well, let's see what she has to say.
Save. A ghost, perhaps?
But I didn't say
that
a
is
ghost.
Surely not the case.
Shut up, Southes.
What is that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on
What
your
happens if I choose the B support after Southes is gone? An interesting possibility.
No. Who's there? Professor.
Oh, were you just standing around fully dressed having a nightmare? Don't mind if I just barge into your room in the middle of the night?
Oh? Perhaps I was talking in my sleep.
She sleeps standing up. She's secretly half horse.
Yes, it was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid, pointless dreams I can't control. It's terribly frustrating.
Those who slither in the dark are probably giving them to you. To manipulate you, to control you. No, probably not.
No, they're just worthless dreams of the past. Talking about it won't change a thing. I had a feeling you'd say that. I suppose I could try, but only if you swear not to tell a soul. I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister crying for help that never came. The youngest babbling words beyond
You had a
me.
whole lot of family.
I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why? Every last one of them was crippled by disease, or lost their mind, or died.
What?
I was the only one left who could inherit the throne. Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end,
They experimented on the whole family, didn't they?
the nightmares are a reminder to never forget, to never allow such terrible things to
My
happen
Cynthia
again.
was the only survivor of being experimented on as well. Which is probably why you and her have supports together.
Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire. The future of the Empire, of everything, depends on me. I shared more than I intended to. I suppose there's something in the air tonight. I've never told anyone about my past before. Please, forget I said anything. Sleep well, my teacher.
Okay, fine, whatever. You could get 2 tea parties for birthdays with you. Let me see. Oh, I don't know. What do you want to drink? Crescent moon tea? Sure, why not?
Thank you for your... Thank you.
Yeah. That moment of surprise, like, oh shit, the tea is actually hot.
Lovely.
Everybody does that. I don't know why. You You'd expect it to be hot. Wow, I got that one right. Alright, let's see.
Yeah.
Dinner invitation.
Yeah.
Didn't I already do that one?
Oh. There's no alcohol in here. It's better if you can sleep without it, but all you have is tea?
I wonder if it's even possible for anybody to, I wonder if it's even possible for you to find somebody who'd be willing to live with you.
Thanks for
So
the
far,
treat.
2 out of 2 endings, I believe she's been alone. I wasn't paying super close attention on the second one. Alright. Let's have a look at the month. Think about it. We're going to end for today. Of course, we're going to explore. 100% of everyone agrees. Everyone agrees. Explore on this day. Let me see. I mean, I'm happy with this, but I really would like to be able to spellcast. Edelgard really should master Brigand. It would give her a very useful ability. Sure, why not? He'll give me something to work on. Alright, let's see. Now I have the option to turn you into a dark mage, but you already have miasma. Still, you could pick up Heartseeker and become poisonous. Now, poison would be interesting since it always seems to take me 2 to 3 hits to kill things. Giving somebody poison would actually be really good. But you... well, you are potentially good with bows. I could make him a horse archer that uses his extreme range and then poisons the enemies. Would be pretty good. Wouldn't really fit into the all-flying thing that we're kind of trying to go for. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up setting this guy aside. It would be a shame to waste a rare, precious Dark Seal. Linhardt, I'm probably going to cast aside as well. He has the same option. Nobody else does. And none of the people I recruit. Fine. He qualifies as a dark mage. No surprises there. I think he needs to master the class he's already in first, though. It's got a good ability, a good mastery on it. Let's roll them die. Oh, shit. I'm out of seals. No biggie. Maybe not that many. 17, that seems like an excessive number. Betcha I can burn through all of them. Let's try not to, though. Okay, where was I? Yeah. Bernadetta, let's roll some dice. Would you please kindly become an archer? Good. That is definitely something I'll need her to master. Oh, right. Anne, you, well, you don't qualify for the things I would really like you to be. But then again, I don't think I'm ever going to use you anyway. So, I'll just put you in some, armor and call it a day. Okay. That's stupid. Let's hit this. So this month has 2 trainings in it. Potentially I can get 6 battles in.
A stone? A stone. Yet as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows. It is that.
Okay. Quests everywhere. What kind of quests? Hey, you. A visit to Geralt. Tending the saints. Forge the way. Herbal remedies. Maintaining your training. Clearing the way. And that will finally give us the other 2 shops. Oh, the sauna is open. Alright, let's do the sauna. She wants trade secrets. Availability in the tea schedule. Don't remember that one. Okay, the sauna. The sauna is kind of interesting. I like the concept. I hate the implementation.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Alright, so I have to dump off all these items. Alright, so the sauna, it gives you and one person of your choosing bonus to their skill points when training. So for you, that only works with faculty training, but it lasts the entire month, which is pretty good. But only if you can keep their motivation high, which I have a lot of trouble doing while fighting all these battles. The problem is the implementation is really stupid. So, let's say I just went with Edelgard, because I want to get her into Falcon Knight, so she really needs to get her spear and flying up, right? So, you have 5 units of time, but that's really irrelevant. The problem with it is that you're not really in control at all. One of you, usually your companion, is going to get hot before you're charged up. This one looks like it's going to be okay. But most of the time, you basically just have to pick which one you want to actually get the benefit. Sometimes you can get both, and it looks like we get both here. So we can just leave right now. I should have brought all the way up to the black line. Thanks. So I won't get any benefits, but Edelgard will. And she's the one I wanted to get the benefit because the New Game Plus is giving her absolutely nothing. Whereas I can just spend Renown to gain skills. So, you know. Anyway. I think I'm going to start recruiting. But I think I'm going to recruit people who I'm not intending on taking all the way. Maybe I should just recruit everyone. But without the Paralogs open, I don't really feel like I need to yet. I'm still getting by with what I've got.
Hello.
But I could use at least one more body. Let's see. Who should we recruit? That's Bernadetta. We've already got her. Flame! I can't recruit you yet. I already recruited Anna. I'm thinking I might be using Happy and Constance. How about Ingrid?
Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being. The thing is, the bandits' leader who stole the relic...
I know. Sylvain had a direct connection to this, and we don't. Do I have any of your crap? Jeez. I don't think any of this is hers.
Good timing, Professor. Will you put me in your class too? There are so many things I want to learn from you. Being in another class makes it especially challenging. Thank you, Professor. I look forward to studying under you. I will be extra diligent with my studies. Thank you for this opportunity.
Ingrid seems like a good choice. So... level 9. She needs one more level. But... Flying and Lance... I think she needs a little bit more of a push. But she could definitely be an additional Pegasus Knight, which is what I want. I want Pegasus Knights. This guy was interesting. Lawrence is okay. We're gonna end here for today, and we'll pick up with the next big battle tomorrow. Sometimes it just drops nothing. Well, silverfish is $500 at least. Or I could feed it to a cat. A cat who'd never fully appreciate it. Hello there, Thomas. I don't know, I still think I want to replace Casper with Wrath, but I'm wondering more and more if maybe I just won't have a brawler at all in my final lineup. I don't know. I guess I'll hold off for any more recruiting for now. Ingrid seems like a good choice. We'll just be satisfied.
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G.
Okay, how much would you pay? I'm willing to sell.
Hey, how about a favor?
So long as I keep doing lots of battles, I keep getting stat up items from her. This month, I can get a secret book. I think that's +2 dex. Sadly, I don't get that sauna bonus, but it's not that big a deal. Bows are so good. But maybe... we'll see. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadrix signing off. Bye. Wait, no, that's not the right button. That would turn off the system, but this stops the stream.